Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? My name is Horizontal, and this is episode 198 of the world famous Universal Love podcast, also known as Online Marketing Moves. Ladies and gentlemen, we are the best podcast in 3 galaxies, okay? You know something? I had a few thoughts yesterday, and I would like to share with you these thoughts today. First, I would like to make an announcement. Me and my wife, we went to the doctor. I saw for the first time for the first time in my 41 years on earth. I went to the doctor and I saw an ultrasound. I saw a baby in my wife. I saw the baby. The baby was moving around a little bit. I said, "Look at the baby." It was very exciting. I must say, I was very happy. I've been on cloud nine ever since, I believe. Very exciting times, I must say, with the baby. Now, I will say this. I got to get this podcast. So I need you to definitely tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend because man, having kids, beautiful. So far, this has been for me. For me, it has been a beautiful experience. My wife's been a little, with the morning sickness and everything, but man, I will tell you, man, these doctors, they get that money. They get that money in. I definitely tell you that. Man, you either gotta, have some pretty good insurance or have some cash going on. But nah, I was just joking. But it was nice. It's a very beautiful time in our family. I have a sister-in-law. She's gonna have a baby in April. My wife. You know, I just had a nephew. He had a baby about a few months ago. I'm a great uncle. I'm gonna be a dad. You know, it's I can't complain. I can't complain about anything. It's life is going great. But today we are going to discuss mastering one thing. All you need is one thing to get the wealth you might be you desire. You know what I mean? Like Bill Gates, he didn't go out and try to invent. Bill Gates, he didn't go out and buy 100 McDonald's franchises. He mastered his craft in the software business. You know what I mean? Steve Jobs, he didn't do 20,000 things. He got great at making computers or having a vision to make, technology like computers and all this kind of stuff. So I thought about this yesterday when I was working. I was trying to do a YouTube video, and the YouTube video, it turned out nice. I liked it. I know we talked about some apps yesterday. The Chrome, this Screentastic is a very nice app. I used it a couple of times. I kept doing it over and over, and it was working out just well. I was able to record my screen. I was able to sound clear on the video. So I definitely will be doing more of those videos. But as I got done with the video, I thought to myself, I said, how I haven't got, because I love doing a podcast. Like, honestly, I have fallen in love. I have fallen in love with doing the podcast. I enjoy coming to you every day, no matter what, rain, sleet, snow, all that jazz. I'm like a postman. Every day, 99% of the time I deliver. I like doing the podcast. I like recording. I like thinking about it. When I'm sitting here, I think about what I'm gonna what should we discuss? What should we which way we should go? Which direction the podcast should go into? It's a lot of thought into the podcast, and I enjoy it. And I have to start off, not I'm not here to pat myself on the back, but I started the podcast, and I said, you know what? I'm not gonna tell anybody about this podcast. I'm just gonna start doing it. I'm just gonna keep going and see where it takes me. And I started doing it, and we started getting a few listeners. Then we had a nice surge, and here we are now. We have made a a few dollars from the podcast. You don't get me wrong. I'm not a millionaire from doing one podcast for 6 months, but I can't complain. But here's the thing. Here's the thing I thought about. Where's the mastery? Where are the 1,000, 2,500, 5,000 downloads every week? I don't have the podcast quite. I just started using a mic. You heard the audio before. It was sometimes it was good, sometimes it wasn't so good. We just are getting the podcast down pat. And now I wasn't thinking about pivoting. I was just thinking about adding YouTube, but that's a whole nother monster, and I don't have the time to focus on two things at once. It's not going to work for me. So for me, this is what I was thinking. Master podcast first. I can do some videos on my off time. When I'm off, I can try to, maybe I'll record some videos and just upload them and have them like that. I might do YouTube videos in bunches, but my main focus is going to be the podcast and one affiliate program I'm a part of. I'm going to be disciplined and master that stuff before I do anything else, because the faster you can set up a base and the faster you can supplant your income from your day job, the better off you will be. It's just like I have a job now. I work from midnight to whatever, sometimes 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. It's a nice job. Like I told you before, I have no complaints about the job. I have no ill will towards the job. I don't hate it. I like it. It's enjoyable. I don't have any complaints. But that's 9 or 10 hours I could be in bed asleep. It's 9 or 10 hours that I want to be home spending time with my wife. And plus, I don't want to work. I don't want to be 60 years old still going in at midnight. You know what I mean? Either I'm going to advance or, but I don't even want to do that anymore. I just want to work for myself. I want to create a business, a sustainable business that's going to generate a nice, healthy income every month, and we're going to get to that point. We are working on that point. But in order for me to get to that point, I have to master something. You can't be a jack of all trades and a master at none. You have to focus on something and get great at it. What are you known for? That's the thing. What do you want? It's like, you see LeBron James, he has all these, Blaze Pizza, and he has, the production company, and they do a TV show. I've seen him do a couple of TV shows, but what is the base of his brand? Basketball. That's the base, that's the foundation, and that is what you and I need to get down pat. You and I need to get a base. We need to get a foundation. You can't build a house on quicksand. You want to build a house on solid concrete. You want to build the house, the foundation, to where it's solid as a rock, and then that way, the more successful you are in one thing, it'll be easier for you to attract other people into the other adventures that you are trying to get yourself into. All right. It's like you become great at affiliate marketing and coaching somebody. You could charge people what you want to charge. You can say, hey, look, I have results. I was able to free myself from my job through affiliate marketing. So I will be able to teach you the ways that I did. And then that way, if you want to start coaching, if you want to make like 5,000, 10,000, however much money you want to make from coaching, you can be, because you have a base, you have a solid foundation, you have something to go off of. You can't go off of, Jack and the Beanstalk. I got these magic beans over here, I'm thinking about doing this and I'm thinking about doing that. No, what are you good at? What are you great at? What have you mastered? The faster you master something, not to say you have to be perfect in it, but you want to get it down pat. You want to have it down to like where the ins and outs of it. It's like somebody asked me I thought about this, a long time ago. My wife, she wanted to get into, she was like, maybe we should buy a truck or two. And I thought, nah, I don't think so. I thought that was a bad idea at the time. But the more I think about it, I'm like, why would I waste why would I not go with the 15 years of knowledge that I have in truck driving? And why would I not buy 1 or 2 trucks? It would be kind of silly of me. It would be kind of naive of me to shun that business that I've been in for 15 years just because, my ego or my, the emotion of the truck, for me sitting in the truck and thinking about that kind of stuff, kind of gives me a pain, But whose fault whose fault is it that I got into trucking? It's my own fault, right? It's of course, whose fault is it that I was over the road for as long as I was? Of course, it's my fault. So I can't blame a truck. I can't blame a company. I can't blame anybody. That's my problem. And now that I'm looking at things in life differently, I'm over that. Now I can. I'll have to tell. Of course, what my wife is going to tell me is, "See, so you thought about it. Now it sounds good." I'm like, "No, I'm not thinking about that. I'm thinking about it from a different perspective." You know what I mean? So master something first, get something down pat. It's like if you want to start off, you're doing YouTube. Okay, start off doing YouTube, but make sure you get, have a goal. Get like, maybe you want to get 2,500 followers or 5,000. Get to that point and then work on other things like a podcast or something like that. Find one entity that you want to dig dig the well into first, then start thinking about other ways. Because of course you want the more present you are on different platforms and everything like that, the better off you will be. But master something. Get something down pat. Get something to where you can just say, okay, I got followers, I have leads, I have followers, I have this, I have that, and now I could tell them, hey, I'm starting this, I'm starting that, and things will go easier for you. It's like right now, if I tell people, I tell people, hey, go to the YouTube channel. I had a couple subscribers, not not like 10,000 people, just like, all right, go. I'm subscribing to your YouTube channel. It's like I saw this girl, as you well know, I talked about right on Medium before. It was the girl. She was popular on Instagram or TikTok, one of those. She wrote one article on Medium. She told people, hey, go to my article on Medium, and she made like $10,000 that month. You know what I mean? Like, that is what you want. You want the first thing is going to be the hardest thing. Of course, the first thing is going to be the hardest thing because you're starting off. You're digging the ditch. This is the big ditch. This podcast I'm doing. This is a big ditch. If you whatever you want to start, it's gonna be a ditch you have to dig. But once you dig the other ditches, you'll have a whole bunch of water flowing, and it'll be a lot easier for the water to go into those smaller ditches. If you know what I mean. If you understand what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if you get the 100,000 subscribers to YouTube, if you get the 20,000 downloads a week on the podcast, it will be a lot easier for the next thing that you start. The next, you say, hey, I'm going to put some content. I'm going to put content on such and such platform. Boom, 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 boom. And then you tell people, you say, hey, go check out, all y'all go check that out. You'll have 50%. I'm going to go check it out for you. So let's say if you have follow on Instagram. You have 200,000 followers on Instagram, and you say, hey, go check out my YouTube channel. And all of a sudden, boom, 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 you got 50,000 YouTube followers off the bat. It's like I saw this. It's funny. This girl that was on 90 Day Fiance. I don't know. My wife showed me this yesterday. She was on 90 Day Fiance just last year, and now she took that following and she got on YouTube, and now she has like 500,000 subscribers on YouTube. So now she has a whole YouTube business, just because she started off on Instagram. She had a big following, and then she was like, hey, go check out my YouTube channel. And see, that's how it works. You don't want this is something that you don't want everything to be hard. Some things you want to be easy. The first, it's like anything you do the first time is gonna be hard. After it's like having a baby. Like my sister-in-law, she's on child number 2, so I'm sure for her, the whole this that the baby kicking or going to the doctor, I'm sure she doesn't have as many questions. But my wife, this is her first time. This is the first baby. She's gonna have 1,001 questions. Okay, so that we can end this podcast on that note. It's a lot easier to get started the second time around than it is the first time. So master the first thing, get it down pat, and then work on other things. So for me, I'm going to produce every day. I'm going to keep producing this podcast, and then I'm going to focus on one affiliate program, and I'm going to make enough money to supplant my income from this affiliate program, and then we will work on everything else that we want to work on. So for me, that is the plan. And for you, I hope you have the same plan. I hope you have something that you can work on that will supplant your income from your job or whatever. And then that way, because once you don't have to worry about money, once you don't have to worry about, going to work and this, that, and the other, you are more free to be creative. You can take more chances, and then you can really start seeing some real results. So we're going to end on that note. And with that being said, my name is Tony Zano. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I know it came out a little later than normal, but you have to forgive me. I was very excited to go to the doctor today. But with that being said, we will be back tomorrow with another hard-hitting episode of Online Marketing Moves. But until then, have a good night. Well, if you're listening today, have a good night. But whatever time you're listening, have a good rest of your day. And as always, everybody, peace.